driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everybody. Just doing a little bit of sharing here. Guess what? The website's up. Woo! We did it. We did it. The website's up. It's ready to go. You're going to see some changes on it. It's a little more slick. Jackie, good to see you. Thank you for loving my video. That's why I went ahead and went live with Instagram today. See, one person can make a difference. One person can make a difference. I'm going to let a couple people know that I am live. Get started here. Monday, and Bronco country is awfully quiet. That game sucked. That's all I'm going to say on it. I don't know what. I don't even bother waste my time. No, so. Today's a big day for me. And what I need is prayers for the right words, for the right actions. Thank you, Chris. Chris says I make a big difference. I appreciate that. They have it may not seem big to other people, but for Dion, it's a big deal. I'm meeting with Adams County Behavioral Health. And I don't like the way this camera is right now because it makes it look like I'm going bald. Same there, too. Am I fucking going bald? I won't go bald. I think it's just the way that light is. So today, we're hitting that 3-minute mark. Let's do some introductions and get started on this topic of love. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. Yes, my name is Dion. If you're here, please say hello. I am getting older. I am. But I will always have a full head of hair. My grandpa was kind enough to leave me with that. If I learn nothing else from my grandpa, is that I'll have good hair all my life. He was a good guy, just kind of a dick. And I think he passed a little too early. He was the grandpa that would put us on 4-wheelers and let us ride around and drive the boat when we were young, things like that. He was the more dangerous grandpa. You know what I mean? So Amber's not going to make it. She's doing other stuff. I had therapy today at 10. So love. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because when we first get here, what are we going to experience, even though we don't know it yet? And I'm talking about coming into the rooms of the 12-step groups. What are we going to find? We're going to find unconditional love. Almost immediately. We're not going to know this. We may not understand it. I did not. Some may. I don't know. Be 60 in October. You're as young as you feel. Well, I don't feel 52. I don't know. Physically, I feel older, and mentally, I feel older, but emotionally, I feel younger. I wouldn't know that you were 60, Jackie. So, but you look really good for 60. I look pretty good for 52. I'm a young grandpa. I'm still pretty young. I'm just getting older. That's all. So, I'm happy to be a grandpa. I love being a grandpa. Being a grandpa is one of the best joys in my life. Yeah, because I get to be grandpa. I get to be whoever I want, and they're okay with it, and they love me for it. I always have a lot of fun around little kids because I do all these voices and stuff. There's 67. Um, Looks like we got some old timers around here. Oh, I stirred up a post the other day with that. What what is long term? I'm a person with long term sobriety. I'm sorry, but I still don't buy it. I don't buy it. And it turned into a different topic. And the topics were great. I stayed out of it. So, oh yeah, I love it. You look marvelous, my friend. You look marvelous. Who was the guy that did that? I could see him too in his curly hair. Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal. You look marvelous. I'm not doing it right, but I think that's who you're getting to there, huh? So we're going to experience unconditional love. Yeah. What is unconditional love? In the truest sense of the word, unconditional love is love with no strings, with no obligations. That means, yes, you're a drunk. Yes, you're a chronic alcoholic. Yes, you're a hopeless alcoholic, and now they want to say that now that we have a disorder, right? And we get called all these fucking names. This is just name calling in our book. They don't realize that, but it's just name to us. It's just name calling, because to us our life seems the only normal one. Okay, and this is the concept. This is the part that no normie will ever be able to get. The loneliness. The loneliness. We feel loneliness such as few do. Right? When I was drinking, we could have a celebrate Dion day. We'd fill up Mile High Stadium. Everybody be celebrating Dion, be all about Dion. And I would still feel like the loneliest person in the world because of my alcoholism. In my head, I would be thinking, if you only knew the truth, if you only knew the truth of how horrible I actually was, you would not do this for me. Remember those days? I don't deserve sobriety, not after what I have done. I do not deserve to be happy. I do not deserve serenity because of what I have done with my alcoholism. That's a loneliness that few of us know. It separates us. From the time we were very, very little, we were different. We were odd ducks. We never seemed to fit in. So when we get to a place where we walk in and I say, I'm lonely and I don't need to explain it, that is love. That is unconditional love. And I'm going to tell you, the more you give away unconditional love, the more it will come back. Hey, Jill, it's good to see you. The more it will come back. Yeah. With anybody. I'm sponsoring a normie right now. They don't even know it. They're not a normie. They think they're a normie, but they're not. They're dealing with what they're dealing with is something beyond their human control. Just like me. Just like me. But with a different substance. What does that matter? He's still going to feel that loneliness. You know? See, that's why alcoholics and addicts can work together. We can do that. To us, it does. Once you get into recovery, the ism just doesn't really matter anymore. The ism is what it is. Ism is what it is. Ism is what it is. Okay, I just came up with a cool new line. I'm writing it down. Ism is what it is. Okay. If I see that flying around, nah, I don't care. Fucking use it. If you have some kind of Jackie is saying this on Instagram. If you have some kind of disability, people will sometimes treat you like you're less than. Unconditional love does not. I absolutely agree with that. I have a niece, and she is autistic, and I do not treat her any different than anybody else. Nope. If she's not allowed to do something or meets a boundary, she's gonna see it too. Okay. If she wants to play in my room, she must give me knuckles. I give her a little bit more leeway, but I don't act like she's different because she's not. She's exactly who she is. And I've learned from her. I've learned. Okay? She's a beautiful, beautiful young lady. And I'm very proud of my sister and her husband for raising such a beautiful, young, thoughtful lady. Yeah. Cool stuff. You know, we can, I'm going to kind of use the homeless as an example here, because sometimes we think we know what somebody else needs, and really we don't, not without asking, right? So a lot of homeless people tend to think, oh, they want homes. Sure they do, but that's not what they want. That's not their number one priority. Their number one priority is connection, other people, somebody in their life that cares. It's great. Oh, you go up, hand them a sandwich, do all that. But your biggest commodity is time. So why don't you sit there and talk with them? Bring 2 sandwiches, and instead of giving them lunch, eat lunch with them. Oh, look at me. I gave them lunch, and I'm going to record it so that everybody knows how great of a person I am. No, we don't work that way. It's not how it works. Sit down with that person. If you want to record it, great. I do a lot of recording, okay? In fact, I'm thinking about hitting the streets soon myself. So there is a reading for this. I stole it out of, this is A Day at a Time. A Day at a Time is Hazelden Literature. Hazelden Literature. And it is going to be AA approved literature very soon. Also, the 5th edition is coming out very soon. It's going to be pretty interesting. Hey, Lori, it's good to see you. September 11th. Hey, you know what? But can we, and I know you guys won't mind, but can we take 10 seconds and just be quiet? Thank you. We all know what it's for. The one thing, more than anything else, that can relieve my occasional feeling of depression is love. Not incoming. Not incoming all the time, but outgoing. Outgoing love. When you're in depression, it's hard to make outgoing love. So if you can make that little step, it's hard. It's hard. I know. I work on it myself. So, but here it is. I have to keep myself lovable in the sense of being able to love others rather than being concerned with whether others love me. Yep. It's those faulty dependencies that we can have sometimes. Okay. I had some pretty faulty dependencies on my wife. Some pretty strong emotional dependencies, and I had to cut those off. Okay. I had to stop doing that. Why? Number one, because my wife is not my bashing pole. Okay. And she doesn't need to hear every single one of my problems. Okay. Would she be there for it? Yes, she would. She's that kind of a person. Good morning, Amber. It's good to see you. All right. It's getting a little warm in here. I'll just open up the window. There we go. Nice big window. Okay. I'm grateful for a nice window with a little breeze. That's so nice. See, and that's where I'm getting to, Chris. Chris is ahead of me. God is love. Love, love, love. All you need is love. Okay. In somehow losing myself in others, emotionally and spiritual, I usually find myself. We're all connected beings. We're connected to each other. I'm connected to almost every single person in here right now. In one way or another. Sure. And, oh, hi, Ann. Good to see you. And when we do this together, have you ever noticed when two people do a job, it gets done 3 times as fast, not twice as fast, but 3 times as fast. Okay. So in recovery, when we all come together for a common bond, that's love. When we do our first step, it's love. We're learning how to love ourselves. And that's a key. That's a key, to really learn how to love yourself. Well, what is unconditional love? Well, unconditional love is loving without condition, right? Without expectation. So why can't I do that for myself? That's okay. It's the outgoing love that matters. Just like our character defects. It's how we react, not the actual character defect. Okay. Today, I understand what they meant at those first blurry meetings of the program when they told me that I was the most important person in the room. And we mean it. Okay. And it's actually kind of uncomfortable being the most important person in the room. But what were we talking about? What will supersede that? Not feeling lonely? Yeah. Did you know that's why a lot of us stay? Because we found our people. We don't know it yet, but we found our people. Talk about a huge relief. And then we come into the program, we get to the third step and realize that we're making up half our problems. And what a relief. What a relief. Then we start working through the steps. Seeing that 4th and 5th step, I found out that there were a lot of traits about Dion that were really good too. And that 6th and that 7th step really solidified it for me. And then I got to go out and create justice, and I got to give other people a chance to say, yes, Dion, you're correct. That was not wrong. This is how you can make your amends up to me. And I would have to follow through on those things, whether I want to or not. It's the willingness to go to any length. Okay. To be able to take 2 extra seconds and think about everybody. You know, if you're getting ready to do something, think about everybody that's involved. Yes, that includes the people that I feel don't coincide with me. So what? So what? Thank you, Jackie. Do I say the same thing to other new members today and mean it? Do I say, you are the most important person in this room and mean it? Okay. Don't tell them why. Okay. You know what? You're keeping me sober because you're telling me it doesn't work out there. That's great. That's great. Welcome, Gay Sober Travel. It's good to have you. Welcome. We are getting ready to finish up a little bit, but you are more than welcome to be here for the last part. me. I think it's nerves. Noise. May I know that if I can love others without expecting to be loved back, chances are that I will receive a share of love in return. It is only my expectation of approval which cancels out the value of my love. Today, I'll remember love is not an investment, but a charitable contribution. Oh, I love it. I love it. See, you get to a point where you have so much love to give, there's extra dividends. And there we are again at the extra dividends of doing a good job. Love. Okay? We must think. Think. You've been restored to sanity. You're allowed to use your brain again. Please do. It's got some great things up there. It does. And now that your will is in line with God's, man, you're fire. You're fire. So be it. Okay? You're making some mistakes. You're going to fall on your face. You're going to say some wrong things. I do this stuff all the time. It's how I learn. It's okay. Okay? I've also found out who really has my back, who is actually listening and saying, yeah, Dion, but did you think of it this way too? It's great. Hold on a second. I think the cats are figuring out there's no. Okay. All right. No, I think that's going to be it for today. Couple quick announcements. The website's up. The new website is up. Okay. Do not start telling me the things wrong with it. I know. But yeah, go check it out. Trudgingtogether.com. All the stuff is back. We'll have to get the podcast reorganized, so don't worry about it. Okay. But now, if you go there and subscribe, you can watch the Daily Trudge right from the website. Right from the website. You'll need to subscribe, though, in order to find out I'm live. I also need prayers for the right words and actions today. I have a meeting with Adams County Health and at noon. Okay, and I need the right words. I really do. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It was a great crowd today. Great crowd. Thank you for your contribution. I appreciate that. I love you all. Peace out.